Hello guys, welcome to Module 8 Step05 Tshirt Project. So first of all, take careful note of the subtle but important changes from products to array list product. A new integer ID field with a getter for it on product and the change to the product constructor. These changes are described in more detail below. In this step, you will make the shop ability to contain product more flexible. You know how to work with array list from Module 8. You will convert the array of product items in shop to an array list, which will contain product items. First, according to the diagram above, update the shop constructor. So we're going to go to the shop on the left side and go to the diagram above and see the shop chat here. So we can check, we have a string name, should be a private, according to the red square. So private string name, we don't have it before, so just simply declare it or initialize it. Private string name, and there is a private array list. We have before is product, array product, right? But simply change it to array list product like it was shown here on the right side. And then we have a green cycle. It is a public. So public shop, we have two argument here, string name and product, right? So we already initialize this on above. So string name as a first argument takes in, and the second one is release product. And we have this top product here before, so line number 8, we have to do this dot name equal to name, because this dot name, this name equal to this argument name. That's what it means. And same thing with the product. After that, this green cycle should string get name. So green cycle should public. So public string get name, and then we're gonna return the name. And then we have a product, public, and public integer find product. Okay, so let's go back to the test. So take in a string for the name of the shop. So what it mean by that is line 7. So name, right? Take in a string for the name of the shop, which should be assigned to a string name private number. We already did that on line 5. And recall from step 1 that you have to change the name of the shop to Tshirt map from the first shop. In this step, you are moving the initialization of the shop name to the shop class. Okay, and then keep in mind that in order for the shop name to still be accessible from the menu class, the private string name will need a getter. As you see in UML diagram, you should name that getter string get name and return the value of the private member. So return the value of the private member means return name. This one, private member name. And use that getter for the output of the name whenever you need it outside the shop class. Take in an array list of product item rather than an array of product item, which means line number 7, this one. So takes in an array list of products, takes in means taking as an argument for the shop class. And then you will need to modify the product constructor based on the diagram above. It should be able to accept and initialize the ID on product. Okay, let's move on to the product on the left side. So we can go and check according to the essay diagram above, right? So let's go back to the diagram and look for the product class. Product class is right here. And we don't have a private integer ID, so we're gonna declare we're gonna initialize the private integer ID online for, and we already have a string name, double price, and here public product integer ID, string name, and double price. So integer ID, string name, double price, and then there's an integer get ID. So when you do that, be careful. What I mean by that is never forget to put this dot ID equal to ID, like you do the same thing here. This dot name equal to name, this dot price equal to price. And then we have a public integer get ID. So on line 3, public integer get ID and simply return the ID. And we already have a string get name and double get price here. And then move on to the next line right here. Update shop run a main method to initialize the new product array list to contain the same product you have in the array of product items from the previous stuff. So at the shop runner on the left side, and okay, on line 25, before we have a product array products. So we're gonna change it to the array list. So array list product, and when you change array to array list, we have to do the new array list and then array dot as list and new product and 0 crewnet 15. We don't have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But now we should have it because our format is integer ID and the string and the double price. So if you don't put the first one right here, 0, 1, 2, 3, it won't run. So let's see. So the ID of each of the products should be the same as the index of the previously implemented product array. Since you have 5 products, make sure that your IDs are the integer 0 through 4. That's what it means here, line 26 to line 30, 0 through 4. And pass the product array list to the shop class constructor. Pass the product array list to the shop class constructor. It means this one. After the now the product are stored in an array list, change how they are printed in the shop method, print product method. So let's go back to the shop method. Shop method, print products. Okay. Ensure that the product price are still printed along with their name. And also ensure that the product ID are still printed correctly so they may still be found in the shop. Use the for each construct you learn above to iterate over the array list. Okay, before we have like a for loop I equal to 0, integer I equal to 0, I less than blah blah blah, right? So we have a for each format. It means for product B, column products, and system outprint. Before we have an ID. So in order to get the ID, we can now see like p dot get ID plus we have a column and same thing, ID, name, and price. And don't forget the dollar sign and b get price. After that, update the shop find product method so that it now search within the array list. Again, use the for each construct you learn about to iterate over the array list. So public integer find product string such just same thing for each for product P in each of the products. If such as equal P get name, we're gonna return P dot get ID. And you see you to run it. And then right here, don't forget, before we have on line 32, before we have only best in value product, right? Now, in short class constructor, we have to put our t-shirt name too. Okay, because here we put the stream name. Remember on line 7, publish shop stream name array list. So same thing right here. You have to have two t-shirt mat and the products. After that, the main thing to remember is you add the is on the shop. So don't forget to add import Java utility short form util dot array list because you have a array list here. And then shop runner also you have to put array list and array to the shop runner. I just put array list and array like top right here on line 2, but when I run the static check, uh, it won't let me write above the input stream reader. So they said it has to be in custom order. So I have to move down 2 line because it won't let me do it above char set 2, char set or char set 2. So I have to put on line 4 and 5. Same thing with the arrays and array list. You can put array list underneath the array. It will give you an error or yeah, like a checklist error, static checks error. So I put it that way. Um, so that's it for the module 8, step 5. And then you run it. Uh, 5. And then let's see, static checks. So both of them are successful. So you guys, if you know another way to replace something here, let me know. Like I know there's another 1 or 2 way you can do it better. And what else? And this one too on line 23, I think we can put something else instead of b.id, right? If you guys have any suggestion and anything to do it more understandable, please let me know in the comment below. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.